A great response from Navi on Fracture means we will be going to a map 3. Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm your host Youngsu. I've got Kakuka and Billy here with me. Everything's just been flipped upside down because Billy, we thought Navi should win Pearl, Fnatic should win Fracture, and then we go to Haven. We're going to go to Haven no matter what, but what's going on?
Honestly, I don't know. I think because it was a 6-6 half, I was like, oh, is it going to go in the way of Fnatic? Is it going to go in the way of Navi? I don't know what these guys are cooking right now. The fact that, like you say, they were able to win each other's map picks, Haven is anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Haven, I don't think we're ready. I want to see the compositions that they're bringing because obviously Navi's being like more conservative, but I expect also to maybe see some tweakings here or there. But before we get into that, let's think about what actually happened on this Fracture. I remember last week seeing a Fnatic that was very reliant on those very individual moments coming from the likes of Chronicle or Boaster, but also very, very good retakes. I think that Navi did actually very good prep for this map.
Yeah, I mean, they left it open for a reason, right? And Hero having an absolute heroic performance against his former team. And this is what's funny, because this is exactly what Hero used to do on Fnatic. How are they so unprepared?
I think it's good to see that he trusts himself to do this kind of plays. He was reminding me a lot of Nats against Koi the other day, with the operator pushing, having a lot of balls to like change the timing onto things and catch people off guard.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just really nice to see Hero back onto that Cypher, right? It's the Sentinel that he plays the most. And like you say, he's going up against his former teammates. So there's a little bit of grudge there. And we always say this, they probably have a little bit of fire in their belly. They want to be able to beat their former teammates.
Especially with Haven coming up, if Fnatic are unaware of what Hero does, that's literally all he ever did, right, on that Cypher. So you would think that maybe they can play around that a little bit better. But it wasn't just Hero, Koalanu. I mean, Kayak had a good performance too, but Koalanu really came alive there. I also like the passion he showed on stage, and I think he gives the level, Billy, of the disrespect that we want to see from players.
Listen, I wanted him off of that stage and back onto one of these duelists. I think he was absolutely phenomenal. You've seen rounds where he was picking up the op, picking up the rifle. It's really nice that he's able to be kind of flexible as well. And I think on that first map, we didn't really get to see what he was capable of with the Jet, because Alpha's Teo was just able to counter him so much and move him out of positions with Teo's utility. So yeah, I think this map was a whole lot better from him.
I want to see, I would like to hear a little bit of the comms from Navi, because I think that had an impact. Like, we saw players like Angel taking the right kind of risks. And I mean, I'm sorry, but sometimes he just puts himself in situations where he doesn't, you know, have the one to win. But actually, the way that they were breaking the timings for Fnatic were very good. We also saw, you know, seeing Alpha lose duels like this one is not characteristic of them. So now I'm very looking forward to see what we're going to see on Haven. We remember the composition that Fnatic were running last year. We learned to love it with Kayak on the Euro, with Alpha on the ISO. Is that something that they're going to keep? I would love to see maybe instead of Yomi the Astra, like they could have an amazing Haven this year.
Yeah, and I guess my concern is we've heard it from past iterations of Fnatic where their star player feel like when things go wrong, they have to step up, and it causes them to maybe overpeak a little bit. There's a bit of whiffing. So I do wonder, maybe in the back of Alpha's head, he's coming into that Fracture being like, I have to carry, I have to shoot, I have to step up. And it's kind of done the opposite effect. But if he does go on the ISO, Billy, none of that matters.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I had questioned the fact that he was on Tejo earlier, and I think seeing him potentially go on to this ISO on Haven will see him a whole lot more comfortable. And I think he'll still be able to support Kayak as well, being that kind of secondary duelist, right? Kayak, the one that we're expecting to go into site mainly, but I think, yeah, I'm expecting these two to buddy up a lot if we do get to see Alpha on that ISO pick.
And speaking also about the historical, yes, this Navi roster has had major changes, 3 changes, 4 with the coach. But if we look at what happened last year, they barely played this map. I think they only played it like once during the entire year. Of course, they did not make any international events. And even though this is not a map that they banned a lot, it's just like either the other team would ban it or their second wave ban it, or it would be like the third map. So we didn't really get to see what their ideas for this map were.
Yeah, I think when we think of Haven as well, right, it's such, for this to be the last map at this time, like it's just so, it's really difficult, right? Because how do you find yourself getting back into it? It can be a tiring map. It takes a lot of brain power for the IGLs especially to be able to ensure that everyone's playing their roles consistently.
I just want to say, 3 sides, please. Anything but that Lotus
Oh my
comp.
goodness, okay.
I cannot do it. They cannot take me to a 3rd map to rock up with a Tejo, Sage, Vice, what was it, Omen Astra.
Honestly, given how vanilla they've been in some of the other maps we saw today, maybe they
only know the extremes.
Yeah, they either do like as meta as they possibly can, or they're like, here's something that no one else is going to do ever. Would it be worse here, you think, than it would be on Lotus? Like, would you rather see it here or Lotus?
Like the thing is, like in Lotus, I think that there's still a lot of room to like experiment here and there and be even more exaggeratedly outrageous with the composition, because I think that there are things that can still be learned about the map, and with the new agents, you know, it can be done. And I'm not saying that it is not possible on Haven, but the barrier is way higher or way more difficult to cross, because it's been a map that has been in the game forever and that we have seen tested in many different ways. Do you guys remember when, you know, the Phoenix used to be a thing?
Angel Phoenix?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Imagine.
Angel Phoenix. With the changes.
When he used to flash the wrong way. Yeah. That was iconic on this map. Absolutely iconic.
He's smiling. Please, Angel. Honestly, do it.
I just want to say
just do it.
I just want to say when Angel played Jet that one time, he 13-0'd Fnatic. So
on a split,
there is like
the op.
There is a pattern, I think, in terms of like correlation with Angel playing Duelist and him being able to defeat Fnatic. But I will say though, the last 5 times they've played this map, which like you say wasn't a lot really, 5 different comps. So surely, Billy, it won't be the Cypher, Neon, Omen, Sova, Yoru.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
That's
what the data sort of shows.
I mean, having a player like Hero, I'm gonna assume that is like the safe pick of like he's just gonna be on the Cypher.
He has to.
He's so good individually, but here's the thing: Fnatic knows exactly how he plays on this map. So maybe, you know,
well, they should, because I think people forget, because on the surface they're like, oh, the ISO Yoru, it was insane, but it was actually a lot of them being able to just leave Hero on C by himself the entire year that took them all the way to champs on the back of this map. So they should know what he does, Billy, but judging by Fracture, they didn't bloody know what he was doing then.
Yeah, I mean, Hero was really good, and even just to go back to your point about the possibility of seeing a Neon, who are they putting on that agent? Because Koala Noob has never played Neon. So I can't imagine, I mean, I'm expecting them to innovate, but I can't imagine that they'll be putting someone onto a role that they're maybe not comfortable with.
Yeah, we're experiencing an issue during Agent Select. We are going to remake the lobby shortly, so we'll be jumping in very soon.
It wouldn't be us, you know, if we don't take for the 3rd map and we take as much time as possible to give the teams for preparing and for this Agent Select, because of course, do not forget, yes, this is a Fnatic Navi. One of these teams is going to be out of the competition by the end of Haven.
And it's never happened before. We've had 11 Fnatic versus Navis in the history, and they have never faced each other this early for an elimination match. So this is absolutely crazy, no matter who gets eliminated at this point. But the good news is that the cope that I can give you guys, whether you are a Fnatic fan or a Navi fan, is that we have plenty more Valorant coming up this year. We have 2 whole seasons. We have Masters in Toronto as well, and Champs, of course, in Europe. You know, anything can happen. Don't overreact, is all I'm going to say. Yeah.
Or do.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing what happened with Casey, I'm like, let them be, you know? Let them, like, relax.
I think it is crazy to think of how volatile it is in the sense of Casey. Yes, they came in with the same proposal as last year, as in, we're going to break the meta or, like, bring our own ideas, play the way that we want to play, very, like, the Yang method that we know and love. And this year it didn't work. They went from being the winners of last year's kickoff to being the first team eliminated.
Yeah, but that's okay, though. Like, we don't need to, you know, this fine. Someone has to lose. They still play very well. I want the people to be normal, you know, give normal reactions about this. And also, Champs is in Paris, so I could already see the script. Casey's probably going to make it. And they have even longer to prep for the return of Ascent.
Exactly.
So, you know, there's some silver linings. But bringing it back to this match, we will be jumping into Agent Select very shortly. It is Haven. It is the last map of the day. And yes, love the sign. Kayak is my goat. Love that. Kayak is your goat as well, Billy, I feel like.
Yeah. Do you know what? I feel like I have a little bit of, not bias, but a bit of a soft spot there. I think when we were here at Ascension Grand Finals, it was really nice to see him come out and get onto that stage. And obviously watching him throughout Challengers North last year was really entertaining. I mean, like I say, they did dominate it. So yeah, I really like when rookies come into the league and they kind of make a statement. Of course, it might take a bit for them to warm up to it, but I think for me, just seeing the difference in him from that first series to this series has been really nice.
I was looking at the player cams. Did Angel look like he just locked in Yoru?
Well, let's have a look and see if he did just lock in Yoru.
No.
He didn't, but you know what Angel is like. He has to make someone else play Yoru on his team. So, you know, this is pretty on brand.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is the one risk that they're going to be taking. He's going to be playing on the Sova. Xiao is going to be playing on the Breach. Did
Criminal.
not have the best performance on Fracture. I understand why you say Criminal, and I actually stand by it. No surprises on the side of Fnatic. They're going to keep this composition. Of course, we love to see this double duelist and what they can do.
Well, this is it. Elimination on the line. Pansy and Mini. There will be no second chances from here.
Spot on. It's victory or annihilation between these two. A lot of us surprised the way these maps went down. Pearl going the way of Fnatic, and then Fracture falling to NAVI, but now Haven, Mini, who's got this one, right? We've got Fnatic with that kind of quirky comp that looked undefeatable, but NAVI, safe pair of hands. Where do you lean?
I mean, I got to lean towards Fnatic, given their history with the composition.
Okay.
I mean, last year they were the best team in the world on Haven.
Okay.
Bias aside, like, the stats speak for themselves, but Navi have left this open for a reason. Like, they've got an answer to this, they believe, and they know that Fnatic are going to probably play a similar style to what they've done in the past, and use that against them, hopefully.
But it's all good in theory, it's all good on paper, but can you then actually punish? Koalanu already posted up pretty deep towards A, has a little look through towards Sewer. They fall away. It's mid-presence from Fnatic. That's their high priority. Smoke going to go up and delay things slightly. Koalanu already going to lean away from that pressure. And now Fnatic start leaning themselves, at least kind of showing a little bit of leg over towards A.
Yeah, it's just standard protocols. When you don't initially take A at the start of the round, you want to go back and make sure that it's clear. You don't want to push that Yoru away. If the Yoru stays there, Navi could have forward towards the B or C side of the map. But given that it felt a bit clear, Fnatic feel that A is going to be the right finish here. Good recon though. Nice little lineup from Angel. Reclears the space. Hopefully Navi can get a player across if they want to hold this site.
I get so nervous about Angel. Like, he's one of our longest standing IGLs, but it's just Angel. I don't know, man. Good little chip damage there. Koalanu going to get himself over. Whoa, the double walk through the smoke. Angel, I shouldn't have been worried. Oh, okay, he's going to go down in the end. All right, it's a little bit back and forth, a little bit messy. Everyone's just walking smokes, but Hero is in a 1v2. Now, we look at the HP, right? Kayak's down a little low, 40 HP. Boaster, 20.
They might not expect the flank here.
And wouldn't that be sweet? The man who's on this roster once upon a time to get to serve the ultimate vengeance. Doesn't take any damage, but he does get seen now. Quick work. Does get to dip into the smoke. Gives him a safe passage. Gets him past Kayak. Has a little look here. He's not landing until then. Suddenly, it's game back on. Does take a bit of damage down to 40, but Kayak on the other side. Surely, process of elimination. He's got him! Hero! That's gotta feel so goddamn good up against Fnatic here. And it felt, again, a little bit disconnected in the post plant.
Yeah, big 2v1 from Hero, but I'm not sure what Fnatic's decision making was there. They decided to not play off of each other. Sometimes, I know in the past that there were times in those situations where we felt that it was a bit of a trap to play off each other, but that's the standard, especially on low HP.
But numbers, you gotta play to them, right?
There's no, it's pistols, it's not a spray gun. You're not worried about the kind of spray transfer.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, misplayed from Fnatic completely. Unexpected from Boaster, given his stashes and clutches. He's a bit of a clutch meister.
He can be. Bit worrying. Those I don't like those sort of signs, right? They give me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it. But simplistic in approach now from Fnatic. Had all these worries, all these issues. Just go B. Just go B. Get the plant, and then we can just do fruity stuff with pistols.
Yeah, it gets messy.
Telemetry saved.
It allows them to get messy into the post plant, using these low econ guns as some of the util for the post plant. But Hero,
oh, okay. Oh, Group 6 there. You like the judges and all of that sort of stuff before, Red Buckies. Just like it.
I've never seen the push through A with a judge flank before, but Ruksik is teaching me new things.
There you go. There you go.
I think
you learn every day.
One thing to note is that Fnatic very rarely play against a Yoru themselves. They know how the Yoru is going to play, but whether in action on this attack side, they're going to feel the timings. There's very different timings that happen.
Let's go.
Because the Euro gets set up on A, and then the TP comes across.
Yeah.
Is Boaster going to have those timings kind of subconsciously because he's used to it on defense, or because he hasn't played against it on an attack side before? That might come into play.
Certainly could. Kayak.
Navi again, same approach, getting A main control.
Yeah, but this time Crashies was waiting for a really nice pick up there of Ruxic. Punished for that repetition. You don't get away with it twice, but I don't mind making a little bit of a bold play on a bonus. That was with the judge. Xiao is going to deny this attempt. Koalanoob was so ready for it. Alpha does get at least hero down, and now Alpha has to be the next one in here. Does get the spike, shield gets taken away, and Xiao continues to control that B site. That access point is denied. They have to pivot towards C.
Destabilizing.
Yeah, difficult retake here for Navi as well. They only have the drone. They do have the stun now. While I managed to upgrade to a Phantom as well. Looking better the more I speak.
Take flight.
Oh, off-site poster from Fnatic. With only shock darts.
Yep. Okay, look, those post plants weren't great for Fnatic from the start. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. No weird smoke this time though, luckily. Our drone gonna go through, tap on the spike. Xiao gonna go for it this time, drawn away early, still trying to get the pressure going. The time is going to start running low here, but they don't know about Chronicle's position. Finally, he's had enough. He wants this round done, and Chronicle gets what he wants. 4 stay alive this time. A clean buy round coming in. They'll be happy with that in Fnatic's camp.
Yeah, I was worried about the offsite posts, but they had no smokes. Ruxic was there, so nothing really to worry about. The nice little combo from Alpha and Crashies there, the vulnerable and shock dart coming in to kind of get people off the spike, and a nice little re-wrap from Chronicle into Garage.
Has he gone midnight yet? Not yet. Okay, we're a couple minutes out. I love this new era of Chronicle. I don't know why. It's just the aura is just up. You know what I mean?
Same plan for Navi again, aiming control. 4 people again this time.
Oh! And they keep catching Ruxic doing this. I feel like they've got to make an adjustment here, but Koalanoob's still waiting down by Sewer. And Angel's got a tag on this. Oh my god.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh my god, that is so sick. Alpha just takes him away. Wait. So clean.
Well
so good. Good.
It seems like Navi have a read on Fnatic that they're going to fight for this A main control and use the power of the Yoru that they have to TP back across if they need to. But Fnatic rarely rush that C side of the map. So it's very safe for Navi to do this.
Kayak. Clean. Leaving Xiao, no man's land. Okay, 2 apiece.
Yeah, Navi going for the reclear there. Not going to happen. There's something in Fnatic that we knew that Angel likes to do those reclears, so as long as you're kind of diligent in those mid-rounds, not, checking your corners, making sure that, you're not in a silly position. Should be good.
Just a checklist, don't be in silly position. Thank you.
Yeah.
Who's on replays? Who's on replays? Who's done that? Who's done the slow-mo? Huh? You're not wrong.
We had that.
You're not
option, I think.
You're not wrong, but it's nasty. Bullying the OAPs.
Side by side with that. I think we need a side by side, I think.
No. What's the buy like?
Just Marshall's here for Navi, so Fnatic need to make a mistake. Nice little trap set though on Garage. We've got Koalanoob ready with a flash off of Hero's contact with the Marshall. He was going to flash through the doors, but Fnatic not looking like they're going to go that way. Going to work the extremities, try and drag some rotations across, and maybe end where it feels weaker.
Chronicle's got a lot of space here as well. I'm not sure if he caught a glimpse then of Angel. I think he may have done. But Koalanoob's impatience kicking up the gear. Want to take a glance, and he gets a good bit of information. But this is patient from Fnatic, and I don't mind it as long as they don't leave it too late. Because you get towards that threatening end of the stick where you think, oh god, we're going to be walking into potentially a stacked site. So as long as they're not hitting on 20 seconds, it's fine, and they might have rolled the dice correctly here.
Yeah, Angel was doing a good job with the information game towards A, and he's called people across kind of as a gamble stack on the eco. Don't mind it, but it's going to be wrong.
Can happen, but this will be the plant now. Next up, Chronicle.
Risky
Nice
position
alert.
for Chronicle, though.
He's got this. It's Chron. Have you seen him recently? Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about that, man. Why you doubted him?
I didn't doubt
I thought
him.
you were on his side.
We're going to talk about odds. That is not correct.
Talking about odds, we could really go through some odds here, Mini. Let's, you know, take it easy. Let him have a little bit of fun.
No.
No fun allowed over here. Fair enough. Kayak sticking pretty close. Double smoke on the site. Oh, that's the fun you're allowed to have. Nothing else. Kayak just gonna finish with a flourish, but it was up against Marshals and Sheriff. So it's not the big round that'll be coming up pretty soon. NAVI, I want to see them with a plan in mind. They've got a good couple of big boy ults coming up here as well. So you gotta hope they got something cooked up for us.
Fnatic timeout.
Why? Why have you done this?
Is it
I've turned
actually-
around like they're dancing me.
Very, very surprised here.
Could we get coach cam? Pretty please. Yeah. Why do you disagree? Give some context to this.
Well, I mean, they've obviously picked up on something in the game that we're not privy to. But, you know, usually if you're winning the game fairly easily, all the momentum is on your side. The game plan from NAVI with the very simple game plan of take the A main. There isn't much here for Fnatic to worry about, in my opinion. But this is the kind of round where maybe there's a read on the ult situation, or maybe there's something behind the scenes that we're not privy to where, you know, a player might be stressed out or something.
Sure.
There's a bit of like argument and going, you know, something's either wrong.
Fnatic argued?
Yeah, of course.
I believed all the socials that everyone just loves each other. What do you mean?
We hate each other behind the scenes.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I gotta hear. So Kayak does have ult on the Yoru, so that'll be interesting if that comes into effect here. Obviously, the neural theft, bloody hell, it is close to God midnight. I'm allowed to dribble a word or two, but Kron does have that, a little less instigating. I want to see what the response is, though, from NAVI, right? Because I'm seeing Koalanu going for the operator. He hasn't activated too much yet. I feel like he's not had that kind of impact I was expecting here.
Time to jump.
But you've got a lot of ults to lean on. So, okay. Patient start from Fnatic. I don't see any big moves just yet. Kayak is happy to at least kind of clear through middle, work up towards Garage.
Yeah, just a recall flash to the garage.
Yeah.
Some risks, like if Koala was on the middle of the map there, like I feel like they were susceptible to a pick, so something to watch out later. But yeah, the standard kind of garage default that we expect from Fnatic, recon in, clearing it out, and now going to re-clear A with this Euro ult and send it A probably.
Koalanu has to respect it. He can't do much more from this position, which is probably very frustrating for him, kind of nullifying what that operator could have been doing. Kayak's going to take full control backside, and it's instantly respected from Na'Vi. They can't really stand and fight on it, but we've said it before, and you've highlighted this too. The retakes on this site are so uphill.
We do have the Shao does have the breach ult though, which gives an out for Na'Vi, but it's still going to be difficult.
It certainly is, but they're going to go for it now. Rooksik with the first, takes away Kayak on the front line. Alpha is still going to be just tucked towards long. The site now flying that Na'Vi banner, but look at that lurk as well. Chronicle slowly creeping closer, back and forth. Boaster's operator does land, but it's that back line. Chronicle couldn't do much in the end. Na'Vi working that perfect retake through off the back of the ult. The fuse is in. We're back all even.
Yeah, Navi couldn't ask for more there off of that breach shot. Even with that breach shot, I would favor Fnatic in that situation. They had a nice open plant, they had a nice lurk, they had good positions off site. They didn't get ult necessarily too much. And Navi retaking even with the operator, so a good sign for Navi.
My ult's ready.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, very nice. And kind of asked to see him activate a little bit. That was a nice start.
I mean, that was
to
a
things.
big round with the economy state as well.
Huge.
If Navi lost that round, they're back on eco, and that operator on Koala might not be seeing it until, you know, later in this half. Switches it though, going for a rifle push.
Koalanu taking that walk down middle. We saw last time around that Kayak was willing to check on this, but he's already pathing straight towards Garage. He's got a lot of bodies behind him. Aldron going to go first. Stun there. Koalanu's got Chronicle. They're catching that back line now, punishing him over towards window. This is a problem. Losing out on that first body. We're still above a minute. A dreamy beginning for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that's how I love the Euro to be played. That A main control is one thing, but having someone like Koala Noob who's confident enough to just walk down middle with a rifle and stay there and linger, despite being cool.
Also, what is with Hero's purchase here? Was it literally just a classic? Nothing else?
And a boaster.
He might have done a boaster.
He's learned from the best.
You can't beat him, join him, I guess. Yeah, that's a question mark. As it stands, though, fortunately enough, not being punished on this. NAVI really committing heavily towards this A side and leaving C pretty much on the cam and the trip. That's it.
Bit of a weird Omen ult there from Boaster. Just a little fake. Alpha's throwing the fake now for A. Softening up this B. Just the classic.
Oh, wow.
This would be-
Thankfully, he's only got the classic. If he gets a kill with it, I'm done. I'm walking out, cracking open a beer. It's over for me. Boaster's found a prime target though. Takes away someone trying to steal his style with it. Plant's gonna come through, but Angel's pretty close by here. Plant's in, TP out. Alpha takes away Angel. It's a 2v2 trying to play retake with that operator, but Rooksik on the back lines, completely disrupting this post plant. Alpha's got 2 targets to worry about. This man's damn good, but how good can he be? The spam not quite nullifying him yet. Koala Noob gonna switch out from that operator and try and close in. Alpha's days are surely numbered. Koala Noob gets there in time. And a close round, but another round for Na'Vi now.
Yeah, part of Boaster's cooling style is this B site is usually not traditionally that used across Haven, but it's a place that Fnatic like to finish, and it's not been working out so well right now.
I need this.
The C side has been more impactful, I feel like. If we want to cancel away from A, I think that C is going to be where Fnatic's going to find more success, it feels like.
One enemy.
Okay, does Hero have a gun? Yes.
Nice!
We're growing and changing. These slow-mos.
Jeez.
Wow. Hey guys, can we get that slow-mo on Boaster looking incredibly sad? Yeah. Stay on that. That's brutal. You lot are cruel. Damn. It's like Tarek watching EMEA over the Americas. I love to see it. Cruelty at its finest. How else will they get their viewers? So we go back in.
Na'Vi back to their standard A main take here. But the curious thing is that Koala doesn't have a TP that's over towards C. He's got that TP into spawn, so the C site is going to be quite weak. Probably in a retake situation for Na'Vi here. Oof.
Alpha.
Okay, off the...
Oh! Yo, someone clip that. Sorry, did he just aimbot his ult? Yo, wait.
He was waiting for the recon, but then just spun.
That's actually not... Show me that one back, please. Replay team. What is going on here? Okay, 3v5. Alpha's gonna have to hide it now, you know what I mean? He's gotta tone it down a bit, humanize it up. All right. They're trying to get back towards the site, but what are you meant to do now, right? I guess you can't spam it so easily anymore, but they've got 5 players, they can just force people in. So, okay, cool, that seems fair and reasonable, but time's ticking. Oh, fair and reasonable things are happening. Alpha, please stop spinning around, it's making me nervous. It's like I'm back in Counter-Strike, but it's down to Angel. 1v2, time's gone. Okay, at least it's all even, it's 4 apiece, we're fine.
Yeah, I think fine for Fnatic there. They made it look a little bit messy, but in all reality, they were more than fine there.
And the money's okay?
But I did like, spin botting aside, I did like the recon into the backside. Alpha was ready to react off of that recon. And then he knew that, well, there's no one there. I might as well just fling it in the spot where they probably are. So, good decision making from Alpha. Cheating aside.
We just got the compilation of Alpha spin boy. Love it. But now we've got Koala Noob with ult, but he's going to be on the operator. Hero's got his, obviously a bit more reactive.
A new look here from Koala Noob as well, pushing down C with the op.
Yeah, and keep in mind the Crashy's money, there was a little bit of an issue with it. Oh, it's not pretty. That's a slow-mo on the full cam, probably. 5v4, this is an elimination game. We can't be dropping the ball on this. And Rooksik does just walk into the blender of Chronicle, who's happily sitting in that deeper angle, but Koala Noob's still got that space, right? So it's like, where does now Fnatic take this?
Boaster has the full map control, doesn't need to focus on anything but making calls now, so that is the plus for them. But it looks like they're going to lean towards A. And we'll watch out for this trap setup in sewers. We got the Cypher cam ready for the breach done on sewers.
Wait on that contact though. And Pixel's shown, stun in. Incredible, incredible. Observer's Prius could never, but look at this though, Fnatic still piercing through towards Long, but it's Hero. He overdoes it. He pushes right back around, deals with some of the players along. Down to the 2 on the side, Kayak and Alpha. They've got issues now, they've got players surrounding them. Koala wants a gap close on this. Alpha trying to find a fight, but he gets overwhelmed. Down to Kayak in the 1v2. No plant for him though. No time on his side. And no comfort towards that A site, and there's still util towards B. He can make a mad dash for it. He's trying to go towards C, at least play the odds, I guess.
Yeah, and I think he
10
should
seconds.
know that the defense is far away here. He needs to do something to win this. He needs to make a play. It'll be interesting to see what his
Spike
first instinct
planted.
is.
How does Kayak play this? Sticking around towards site here. Opting to stay towards it. Okay, Hero and Xiao. Xiao's got a good bit of util to play in. Kayak. He got one. It was a nice try there. You're kind of hoping that they'd line up or a little something, a little bit of luck falls on your side, but Na'Vi just simply had those numbers in the end. Diffuse going to come through and they pick back up the lead here just by the finest of margins.
Yeah, unfortunate first death for both there. Well, not really unfortunate, to be honest. He shouldn't be in that position open. It's the kind of position where as an IGL, when you're kind of, he's probably in that mode of making calls.
Looking elsewhere.
He should be in a
keeping his
corner,
mind.
just looking at the floor. You don't need to be in the
One
open.
enemy remains.
Maybe on that box is a
player
typical place you'd see an Omen, rather than in the middle of nowhere. So, mistake from Boaster.
The issue is that it's put them back in this financial crunch, right? 2 Vandals and a Sheriff, and then the Classics beyond that. They've got Kayak's ult. But the stability coming out from Na'Vi, I have to commend here. After what was a really shaky start, they found that rhythm. They found a couple of things that worked for them. They fixed up a lot of those problems because Rooksik was struggling over towards A. We saw so many issues.
It seems like after conditioning so much for A main control, they...
Okay, Kayak, there it is. Huge pick. Unfortunately, not a recoverable weapon, at least easily. But still, that is dreamy for Kayak. But the response is coming. Rooksik trying to take that walk.
He's been going for a lot of these hero plays this game.
You spoke of Hero, still committed towards Garage. Does Angel find anything? Not really. Question marks across the map.
Lots of annoying angles to deal with.
Very heads-up work here. No subtlety to this. And Hero's been seen. Rooksik does win his fight on Chronicle, though. Hold on, that's actually pretty important here. And Hero's just trying to find any corner to play from. He has to keep falling away, keep falling back, find some security. But do they know about Rooksik on this? They don't, but they do now. Already Boaster goes down, the spike goes loose. Suddenly the odds look better for Na'Vi here. Oh, and Crash is just too many targets, too little time. Kayak tried to make some magic happen, and it ain't working. Na'Vi with 3 alive start taking away the scoreline.
Yeah, we're talking about hero plays from Rooksik there. That TP into the backline was what won them around there. It was a beautiful play. Yeah, I just wanted to highlight the fact that Na'Vi early on going for this A main control and pivoted away from it. It's almost like they conditioned Fnatic to kind of respect them. And now Koala doesn't have to be there anymore. He can get active elsewhere and find Fnatic defaulting.
Spike down, C.
But it is right back to this A main.
Have we seen a time? I'm not sure. We might
We
have
saw
done.
it when they won.
Yes, that's when we were a bit confused. I kind of feel like this would be a nice check-in point when now we've seen Na'Vi almost string together these rounds, but Rooksik again. We're seeing this rinse and repeat. Back to kind of that standard approach. This time I guess Koala Noob does have that operator towards Suez, so it's a little bit layered,
And this time the fast TP towards C.
which could be taken. Let's see. No, Ops to stick around. This a lot on Hero, but I mean, rolling back my mind towards Fnatic days,
Yep.
we kept giving him credit for how well he held down this C site. It was his strong point, and he was good against the odds.
He was very good against the odds, but those are the odds for the reason. And that's why I keep saying about this C site potentially being somewhere to explore for Fnatic.
Rooksik. Okay, both players have now been noted. This push up towards A has been seen. Does this then kind of kick them up a gear towards B, or how do they now problem solve their way forward?
Yeah, another B finish from Fnatic, it looks like, and they haven't been that strong so far.
Angel's found a little... Uh-oh. He's found nothing. Nothing has been found apart from sadness. Paranoia's bullets. He's in the trenches, folks. Alpha's going to at least give him some mercy. And the 1v1's going to be taken as well. So that's going to be going on in the background, but they're falling like flies. It's just Kayak alive, and Xiao is going to be ready, surely, and waiting for him. It is indeed Xiao catching Alpha, coming out of the ult. I don't know how Xiao found that space, but he just annihilated 3 of them. That's 7 rounds. This is where I bring back up that timeout early on. This is where I'm worried. You've got 7-4 here. Ideally, maybe you get 7-5, but this could be 8.
Yeah, they've lost 5 and won 1 since that time.
One enemy remaining.
And you want to use that timeout again, but you can't.
And this is elimination.
Yeah, that is the kind of thing that could cost you elimination.
Not happy reactions. Yeah. My lip reading's a bit rusty, but what are we doing looked pretty appropriate. And I think that question might hold here. A bad buy, whatever they could scrape together. Angel gonna find Alpha. Maybe just a straight spam. Yeah, that's not the kill feed I expect to see either, but it is what it is. And we said this at the start, this felt almost too good. It felt like a trap that you got these maps. You got Fracture, you got Haven. Fnatic should be sitting there going, oh, I can't believe it. They messed up their veto, and then look at these results so far. It's still close, right? We're a little over the top here, but there are problems being shown. Already, that's Bose to see. Falls away from the space that is being backfilled. Na'Vi special.
Yeah, Chronicle is being big in these 4v5s though, to get the trades back. So again, exploring.
He's trying to find someone, right? So having a little look around. Is there anyone, or even a bit of space to play in? But Xiao, oh, nice try, Xiao. But Chronicle, you said it, he's been so good, and he's still so good. Hero on the receiving end, they get all that safety from that seaside connector. They still have a little bit of security down middle, but this retake is still deadly. It is 3 players. There is still a lot to be kept in mind here. We have the backlines being fought for with Angel down towards that. We still got Ruxic and Quality towards the site itself. You've got Chronicle going around the world. Ruxic does take away Boaster. Suddenly these problems are going to start mounting here. Kayak has to try and play from his corner. Chronicle, his timing, his positioning is a godsend, but maybe not. Crashy's now called upon, and oh my god, he's got 1, but 1 is not enough. Kualanu, with all the time in the world, is going to put Na'Vi up towards 8 rounds. This could be the downfall of Fnatic here. A questionable timeout, some questionable choices. And in these moments, they have to do better, Mini. This is not good enough. This is elimination.
Yeah, too many 4v5s, too many BXX, not enough. Like, that's a post-plan we should be losing.
Absolutely, that's what they're going to be in their minds coming into the second half. Do not miss this one.
Last player standing.
Better NA player, buddy!
Red Bull gives you wings.
It is 8-4. This veto caught our attention. We thought, surely not. How have they gone into this? You know, 2 maps that they banned before for Na'Vi. Up against Carmichael, they removed 2 of these. Thought, surely they've made an error. Surely Fnatic couldn't be happier over the moon. But here we stand, Mini. At 8-4, map 3. How have we got here? Are Na'Vi this prepared? Are they looking like they're prepared? Or is this Fnatic simply not doing well enough? putting you on the spot.
I think it's Fnatic not doing well enough. I think some of the mid rounds from Boaster weren't good enough in my opinion. I think too much leaning towards that B side of the map and not the C finishes looked juicy every single time.
Yes.
And every time in the mid round when I was looking over towards that C side, it was fairly weak. So I think that was maybe one mistake. The other mistake is some of those 4v5s. Just too many. Just attack side Haven is it's a map where you expect a lot of rounds.
Okay.
4-8 is not acceptable.
No.
And so to go 4v5 down in some of those rounds, it's rough when it's the much favored side.
I'm genuinely worried because this doesn't feel good, right? As simplistic as that sounds, this doesn't feel nice. For Fnatic playing, obviously coming into this map here, NAVI, they've not only won the last map, they're coming in here now on a near-on streak of what? How many rounds was it? 7 almost consecutive rounds? They dropped 1 in the middle of it.
Yep.
That is terrifying. And that gets to you. You feel that weight as a player. You feel that pressure building, let alone the fact that this is an elimination game. We go in. Na'Vi now on the attack. Fnatic on the defending side. Show us what you're made of, Fnatic. It's do or die time, right? And we've always complimented Alpha here. We've always looked at what he can achieve. He's always been such a strong player, but Rusick was so aware. Na'Vi waiting patiently with a grin on their face.
Yeah, Na'Vi, it looked like they were set up perfectly for that. They kind of had people on either extremity ready to see what Fnatic were going to do, and seemed like they had a plan for either option.
Now they've spotted Kayak as well. Gets taken down to about 50 HP. Seen on his adjustment. Kron patiently waiting there. It is a gamble as well. You've only got one player towards A. Crashy's shouldering this, going to spot out the player. Does he take a second glance? He does. I don't know if he saw the same player twice, but he's certainly going to hear these steps here. Got to be cautious. He's going to be stunned as well. He's just praying they don't check, which they're going to. Oh my god, Crashies! Almost had me for a moment. But at the end, it's Kayak and Chronicle. Kayak already took a lot of damage. A nice flash. But he didn't even check the other corner. Graffiti was already going to be occupied. Hero was there. He ate probably that flash. That's why he didn't shoot any earlier. But still, Kron in a 1v3. One right, one forward, one left. The A side looking like Na'Vi's. And a devastating start here. Na'Vi off to a perfect beginning. You heard it just before we went to the break. The man who I think just gave the war cry as well. The better NA player. Koalanoob giving it now. And that's the worst start here, Mini. Feeling red, feeling like they've got that Fnatic book open.
Yeah, I think that it was a good little plan by Na'Vi. I think they threw the recon towards C to make it feel like there was a bit more pressure there than there actually was. And then they expected that push through on A, which is something that Fnatic are known for, those push throughs.
Yep.
So very well executed by Na'Vi, but Fnatic need to keep this in the back of their mind.
Feeling like it could be 10. Feeling like we're watching this game slowly but surely, step by step, fall between Fnatic's fingertips. Not something I expected to be saying this early in this kickoff tournament. It just doesn't feel right, but Na'Vi in a similar position. It'd feel the same if you flipped the names. But the new era of Valorant seems to be here, right? These new teams, these young players looking so good. Straight in towards C here. We asked the question, can they keep it clean? You got the 2 Vandals, 1 Guardian with Rusick, and then the 2 Ghosts. You can afford to lose 2, you don't want to lose much more. So far, Hero has gone down.
It looked like they tried to flood, but completely denied. It's going to be
back.
down to Alpha on this flank if he can get anything done.
What's he got? At least he's got a Sheriff. Alpha, you hear the steps. Lock in, Alpha. Give us a couple kills here. Give us a chance. Give Fnatic a chance. 2 kills. Not going to get the 3rd. Koalanoob just going to hold that angle down, but it's giving them numbers. Boaster does some damage, takes away Shower, 1v3. Koalanoob, you were calling out before. Will they make it quiet now? 2 kills, going to need 4. They're defusing right under his nose. Chronicle, ice cold, does not get threatened by it. Boaster in the end there, gets the defuse. And Fnatic hold on for another, but that felt just down to a little bit of individual impact.
I mean, that's what you need from Alpha, yeah.
Yeah, you do. I mean, we've been asking for it since Fracture. You know what I mean? Like, we needed one of these.
He's bought them some time.
Yeah, well played to
Let's
Boaster
go.
there.
We can do this. I promise we can do this.
I'd love to hear that.
Believe. It makes you believe a little bit, right? Someone having a little bit of that confidence, that faith, and hearing it from someone like Crashies. How many times have we seen these teams be in these predicaments, be able to bring it back?
Navi with an interesting kind of half buy here is not going to be a clean round for Fnatic. It shouldn't be an easy clean round for Fnatic with the 2 Vandals coming out from Navi. Interesting that Angel's going for it.
Yep.
Standing ahead.
Yep.
Interesting. No, this is terrible. Why is he going for the Vandal? I'm sorry. What is he doing?
You look at the roster of who you have there. We shouldn't be doing that. If we're going to bring it up when Floor's not given the Vandal, we say the same here. You know, you got to play in your big players.
I want to see 5 spinning 1 taps from Angel, otherwise I'm not going to be impressed.
I don't know what they may be feeling. I don't know what that drifting away from A is. Maybe just feeling there could be a stack there. I don't know.
It's probably a read. They know that Fnatic in these mid rounds, when they lose A control, they're going to go heavier towards the A side of the map. As I said, C side of the map is generally in this composition where in these mid rounds it can get a bit weak sometimes. Hero was very good on Fnatic and kind of holding it, but yeah.
30 seconds left.
Okay, well, Wallenhoop's got one of the Vandals. It's not Angels.
Trick shots.
Hero's going to go down.
They found my cage trigger.
Spike planted.
Still keep my eyes on Koalanoop and Angel, because these are the 2 that can make the damage happen. Koalanoop's fallen. You can see that's why Rooksik's going to dip back to try and pick that Vandal up, but I don't think he got it in hand just yet. So, again, this gives space. Fnatic can start building back through Garage. Decoy going to go in, gives him that springboard forward. Nice from Kayak. You wanted Angel. How about a 1v3? Show me what you got. Roll back the years. Oh my god! Oh my god, he might just bloody well do it, Angel! That's why you give him the Vandal! How dare we doubt you! A vintage Angel moment sent from above puts Na'Vi on 10 rounds.
Yeah, I just stopped
What's
speaking,
it like being
shouldn't
wrong?
I?
What's
I
it
should
like being
stop
wrong?
speaking.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Angel. Bro, but how a Fnatic... Sorry, I was just mesmerized for a second, just taken aback by the raw talent from the youngster Angel.
This up-and-comer. Look at him. Easy, easy for him. Koalanoop already going to find one. Oh my god, this is so pacey.
I do want to point out, like I said in the other half, though, that Angel had the read there. Oh. Nice from Alpha.
Get nervous about the UI. Oh my good god, hold on. We needed a hero. And they got at least an attempt at it. The cape was put on for Alpha. He's brought it back down to a 3v3. Crashies this time does have the Vandal.
Just Alpha with the Sheriff again. That's really, really nicely played, honestly.
It's been 2 of the rounds that Fnatic have gotten kind of competitive in, have been off the back of this, but they still haven't completely moved Chronicle off this one. Nice info there. Doesn't need to do too much now. Kind of forcing the hand almost. Does he preempt it towards C? He's starting to hear it. I feel like they've got that down pat. The problem is that the Vandal's completely on the other side of the map.
Gonna have to be a set retake here from Fnatic. I expect Navi to stay on the site against the smoke.
I think they agree. Paranoia primed. Scatter. So we've got the 2 classics. Boaster and Chronicle have the classics. It's Crashies with the Vandal. First one, it goes back to what we expect. Rooksik there, going to find Boaster. Okay, Crashies is still alive, though. How can Chronicle open this up? Is there a chance from here? Rooksik's angle is really nice, though, yeah. Having to try and work through the smoke was not going to happen. And moment by moment, we're seeing this go towards Na'Vi. Fnatic, where's that timeout? You need it now. You have 1 still to play. Please call it.
There you go.
Thanks, man. Minnie, what are you meant to call in these? As much as I'm coming to you in this, it's one of those where it's 11 to 5. You've not had a say. How do you start playing to your strengths? How do you activate your key players? What are you meant to do when you're feels like staring down a barrel of a loss?
Honestly?
Honestly?
Like, I mean, in these moments, like, I know that I've taken big timeouts in these moments, but it's honestly one of those things where you're just telling people to relax, calm it down. There's nothing big to say about it. I mean, if we want to talk strategically, we can, but there's no point almost. I mean, we want to look at the ults and talk about them.
Sure.
But this is a moment where, you know,
it is
there's
an
going to be a lot
emotional
of nerves,
champion.
there's going to be stress. and we just need to calm everyone down.
See how it goes. They have a good purchase here. Not perfect, but you know, good enough. Got a good couple of ults. Game's not over, but it ain't close right now. 11-5.
No, and I'm worried about Navi's ults here. They have a perfect Euro ult into Sova ult kind of combo that they could easily find some success with here.
Scares the life out of me seeing Navi this well prepared for this composition that was the cornerstone of what Fnatic made this very unique composition look quite deadly with. But into the real thick of things, this is what it is.
Fnatic have made the wrong read, going towards the A side. You might see an Omen TP back across the sea with the Euro, because Bosa does have his Omen ult, but I don't know if they're going to be quick enough here.
And Chronicle's just got to try and stay alive. I don't think he's going to be checked on too early. He's got the safety at least of Garage. Koalanoob's going to spot them out. And he's seen Chronicle too. Yeah, big stuff here. Koalanoob going to find a... Oh, it's perfect! Tailor-made to deal with them. Chronicle couldn't find anywhere safe to go to with that ult there. A counter ult from Kayak, trying to take some clear on the site, and they've just scattered. And the ult as well coming in. Okay, so Alpha's going to invest his ult. Who's he got this one? Xiao's been nasty, but not as good as Alpha in these. Okay, they have some good numbers here. Back to a 4v4.
Yeah, Hero getting active towards the middle of the map here. This is where he was very strong on Fnatic on the attack side.
Oh, the timing. Unbelievable. Alpha. Oh, if there's any time for Alpha to activate, it's right then. But Hero wants it back as well. It's a 2v2. Spike is in the hands of Ruxic, and Hero has just dominated the B site. But they're going to the one man.
They don't
still
realize. They think he's on the other side of the map.
Which is surprising. Crashies has been here. He's heard the steps now. How long does he wait? Perfect. And now he's got to know TP is there. Ruxic can hit the emergency escape. And he commits. Plant going to come in.
This gives him options. He can go where he wants. He can go to see the spike here. Let's see how he plays it.
And Crashies is one of those you want in these situations, though. He's a calm player.
He plays the kind of, what do you want to call it? Like the kind of, it feels like he shouldn't be here kind of position.
Yeah, high risk at this point as well, but smoke's gone in. Does Crashies read it right? Clearing through front of sight. Ruxic looks left, looks right. He sees him. Oh, but Crashies is still standing. 6 bullets. Oh, and Crashies jumped up. Ruxic add a little bit of a fumble on it, and Crashies will take that every day of the week, and you want a player like that, who's calm under pressure, who's been here before in the Red Bull clutch. Maybe just give him Fnatic a lifeline.
Yeah, I think Ruxic in these moments is looking a little bit nervous for my liking. I think give him a few more games, and I think he'll heat up into it, but yeah, that jump up was not
the one.
Looked a bit awkward. He's having a good game, though.
Yeah.
But those key moments in big games, there's a difference.
It is so funny that you see Crashies down on, it was 5-13 kills, being the one to win it, but Ruxic, who was on 20-11, losing it. Still, they're there in this. They're not done yet. There's still a chance, but it's got to be bit by bit, step by step. The money isn't perfect now for Na'Vi. Stinger's out. Couple of big ults, though.
More towards C, it looks like, for
What?
Na'Vi.
But Chronicle's just fallen. Crashies just has to burn this to try and maybe play Alpha in to fill that space, secure some safety. A counter ult comes back through. Angel just a shot in the dark, and I think it found Crashies actually. But Alpha's on the side, he's got Hero just to the right. I don't think they know about each other. That's a vulnerability, but Alpha turns around in time. Catches Hero. Where is that spike? It's in the hands of Xiao towards Garage. Are they trying to sell a fake? Xiao just to gets away alive. Big space. Crashies has got to hear this though. He does! Big impact from Crashies. Starting to heat up in these bigger moments when crunch time's calling. He's right there. Xiao and Angel gonna find it hard now. Can at least get themselves on site with this. But a 2v4 is very tough.
Xiao has the Rolling Thunder, but I don't expect it to be used here unless something goes right quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Our drone towards CT. That's where you got Boaster. So you got Crashies out towards that side. Angel is your headhunter here, right? He's the one with that Vandal, and Alpha getting closer and closer. Closing the gap. Xiao can't get it. Alpha's right there. We're going to need some more brilliance from Angel. This time it ain't gonna hit. Fnatic again, still standing, still going. That's 7. The gap gets more and more manageable.
I do think that Na'Vi have a decent read here, though. They're working that C site well, and they're getting advantages early. But again, we see Alpha here with the heroic saving Fnatic once again.
Late games now, really getting to those later hours. You're feeling that pressure come through. NAVI deciding time to call a timeout.
Let's go.
And it does give another chance as well for Fnatic to check in too. So you kind of get the both sides of the coin here. NAVI are on 11, but the last couple, Fnatic are starting to fire up.
Yeah, the firepower seems to be ramping up for Fnatic. Even Crashes, we mentioned a couple of times, not having the best game, but a couple of big rounds. Another 1v1 versus Ruxic technically going in his favor. But it is all on the back of Alpha here, in my opinion, this half.
I agree.
He has been the heroics they've needed.
The amount of times you'll see him get 2-3 kills, impact off the charts. He's top fragging as is. That's not a surprise, but it's the way he's finding this value, especially after a very rough fracture as well. Finding this has been very impressive. Now, of course, for NAVI, how do they handle being put under this position? How are they going to come back through it? Because their money's not in a good spot now, so they're going to have maybe a half buy, you know, a little bit of a mixture. A couple of big ults, so if it does start going their way, there is a chance it could snowball, but they're not really finding as much value. What's been the adjustment in your mind from Fnatic? Or is it simply just, you know, Alpha starting to hit a bit better, starting to close out some of these clutches? Or is there something that's standing out to you, or is it just...
No, I honestly think that NAVI have been ahead in many of these rounds. In terms of the read on the map, I think that going towards the C side of the map has been kind of weak for Fnatic. But some heroics just from Alpha, to be honest with you.
Must be nice to have Alpha once in a while, right? You get those. And it's just right in towards B. Okay, we spoke his name, and he shall appear. I think they're reading the smoke very well as well. No massive surprise in the TP in the dark. Yeah, found. Boaster's not going to have any of that naughtiness. Ruxic, get back to the next round. So Hero and Xiao. And again, Angel with that rifle. We doubted it before, we'll
I'm
never
not
doubt it
down
again.
it this time.
Never
He's
again.
getting 5 1-taps.
5?
5 1-taps, yep.
Thought the 3 was a lot. 5. Bloody hell. Well,
There we go.
well. A one-tap against him, perhaps. Hero and Xiao might suffer similar fate as Crash. It isn't even getting played in. Kayak's just like, cool, I'll just keep, you know, swinging out here. The inevitable death is now. Crashy's the one to round it out. We're up to 8. Step by step, the game gets closer. Navi's buy is now, however.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if there's adjustments, what adjustments have been made now. Because as I said, I think Navi had a good read, and they're gonna. I think if they watch back those rounds, they'll kind of kick themselves for some of those early rounds. But Fnatic is the same. The 3 towards A, taking the A main control. The fast TP towards C. The breach ult for Xiao and Na'Vi is typically used towards the A side of the map, so maybe Fnatic can have the read here.
Let's see who draws that first blood, though. Who gets the account started? Na'Vi glancing towards the A site already.
Looking for an ISO ult here off that drone, but didn't catch one.
They're so close to the smoke, though. Do they expect them this close up? It doesn't matter, because Kayak is going to slice through both of them. And the ult on top doesn't catch anyone towards sewer, but it clears space to an extent.
Beautiful reclear down on the long from Fnatic.
Hero going to get kind of his own test back with a setup that he's probably very aware of. And Chronicle playing safety, playing very secure, doesn't need to stay on site and give up the kill.
Yeah, Hero's done well here to get the space and call back Na'Vi.
You can see the response from Fnatic as well as taking that A long space.
Yeah, this push out we saw on the pistol that is very common for Fnatic to see, but it's very strong on this map to create more opportunities on the retake. Xiao is in a curious position though. Might not go check.
Oh, the ult though. That's kind of...
Never mind.
Oh, whoa. I thought he might still have that one. Alpha does so well though. Let's have a look towards where they may be. Clearing out well down to Angel and Hero. Both positions noted. Fight towards CT. Hero wins it, but that paranoia could not be better, and Boaster seals it. This is going to be 9. Round by round, Fnatic are getting closer. You a believer, Mini?
I'm a believer.
Oh my god.
I'm a believer.
That's bold.
I've never believed.
Not once.
No.
Even
never.
more coaching.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
And Boaster's operators working.
If he 12-4 up, I wouldn't believe. Wait, is he is his op, right?
Yeah.
Because that is his skin. Has he just bought the op?
No, he did. He had it last round as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep.
On the B side.
And this is another broken buy from NAVI. They're starting to believe it themselves. You can feel it, right? That tension building. Fnatic round by round here.
It felt like when Crashy said it earlier that it wasn't quite the same amount of belief, but now Alpha is in complete
He's
alpha
believing
mode.
it, yeah. Okay, but it takes one round going wrong and NAVI are on 12. Don't forget how close they are here. That money, it's rotten. On Guardian already, Koala Noob's down on 26.
And this is a position where the NAVI, the rookies on NAVI, I'd be interested to see how they handle this. Especially Ruxic and... I mean, Koala to me doesn't seem like that kind of person, but... Again, a nice little C reposition for NAVI. I've been saying it, the C side of the map, I think, has been weak for Fnatic, and NAVI haven't been able to convert. But I like that Angel's still confident in it.
I'll make it count. So Chronicle going to evacuate. Trip's being cleared. We could actually have a plant off this. I don't know if you can go for any sort of flood. I don't think they're quite close enough. So plant's going to be in. Got to be careful. There are, as much as this is, you know, sheriffs and everything else, there is still threat here.
Careful.
Poster.
There's going to be the ISO shield coming in from Alpha. There's going to be the entry on this retake.
Oh my god. Shuts the voice line right up, but the ult did come through. Koala Noob's timing, not good enough. Booster, given the doubters lockjaw right now. We're down to Ruxic, Angel, and Hero. Oh my god, look at this naughtiness though. Look at what they're up to in the smoke here. It doesn't matter. Fnatic's got them read like a book. They're back in the game, baby. Fnatic not down, not out. They're up to 10. They are almost tied all even. 1 round away.
Yeah, those details are what make the difference there. That shock dart, and then Boaster having the kind of awareness to kind of check that re-lurk through Garage is beautiful. They kind of won the retake before they even needed to retake.
Yep.
You said you didn't like it. They look pretty good. Boaster up. Death staring me.
Nice!
Don't like it, no.
Did I like it?
No.
I mean, I don't like it when you got a Euro on our team, but...
No. But you're only bringing that up now because they've won a couple rounds. Hold on, it ain't over yet. NAVI, this is the round that you worry about. Now they got the buy. Now they got the odds, and Rooks is up towards heaven. And I think Crashies knows it, but what's he meant to do about it? He's got pressure coming in from every single angle. Paranoia's primed. Doesn't need to go for it. Oh! It's a freebie for Koala Noob. And now Ruxic's just going to get back with the boys. No sweat there, but they need to convert this. There's no ults to bank on here, but this could be 12. This could be the fake comeback, maybe. NAVI just toying with us, breaking our hearts when it matters most. But Angel's position is huge. Big audio cues here. Boaster going to find Hero. Oh my god, wait, hold on! Fnatic, how are you working this one out in Alpha? About to Batman in on the site, it looks like. Ruxic blinded. What on earth is going on? But he actually gets the kill here. Now the problems start to mount. Chronicle and Kayak up against Koala Noob and Ruxic. Ruxic in the corner, and nobody keeps him there. Now down to 1. Kayak falls. It's 12. NAVI just giving them a glimpse of what it would be like, and then ripping it away. 1 more round, and NAVI eliminate Fnatic.
A great 4v5 retake attempt there, but again, NAVI have made a little switch up. They've been abusing that C side of the map, and now they just go for a quick A, and Fnatic weren't ready for that one.
And do we have ults? I've got to check on this now. 1 off from Boasters, 2 away from Crashies, 2 away from Alphas. The rest a little far off.
No.
For NAVI, you've got Koala Noob with his. Angel still not on the perfect posture.
NAVI
opting
again.
for this. He's decided to go for this.
Opting again, looks like for that same Euro ult strat we saw from Fnatic.
They're trying to catch Crashies, but he's slippery so far. Koala Noob, the America's rival here. He's not going to get what he wants. He has to just kind of submit towards being towards the back of the site, but a pre-take and an isolated Koala Noob. Beautiful work, and then dips away. Does Alpha go for it again? Fnatic can't fall him back. Boaster fighting forward. Alpha spraying wildly. Chronicle now. They are absolutely destroying NAVI. How the hell do they have the guts to go for this? Whereas Hero and Angel, the last 2 alive for NAVI. You thought maybe they had it on a platter, but absolutely not. The fact that Crashies is still standing. Boaster, again more impact.
Down A.
Down a hero now, 1v5. And I think keeping that is about as good as you're gonna get. That's gonna be 11. Hell, I hope you don't have plans tonight, folks, because this might be OT the way this is going.
Yeah, I thought that might have been Navi's to win there. They used their Fnatic's own strat against them. It looked beautiful, but then Alpha again with the heroics coming in like flood. The decision to flood there was wonderful.
Hero here just wants to keep this as best he can, but 15 seconds is a very long time, and Crashies ain't loving that. We're almost all even. NAVI with a glimpse of hope in the previous, but shattered instantly. Fnatic just kicking it up a gear. I doubted Boaster, maybe I was wrong. You know what? I take it back. I take it back completely.
And now Alpha's ult is back online. That's scary.
NAVI are pumping the brakes. 12 to 11.
I mean, big ults here from Fnatic. You highlighted they were like 2 away from 2 of them, and I was like, who cares? But
They're there now.
they're there now.
And that is... Okay, so just to give you the context, it's not up on the screen, but to walk you through it, Alpha does have the ult now. So that's on. That's you. There it is. Perfect. Eyes on that. Alpha has his ready to go. That's impactful. You got the TP as well for Boaster if needed, and Crashies as well. On the other side,
1 away from
one
Circle.
away. Yeah. And that's kind of... And look at the buy. Look at the buy. I mean... Oh,
This needs to be a hell of a timeout call.
happy?
Happy is, he's talking.
He's having a chat. As if this game got this way. I mean, I feel like it's deserving of this caliber, right?
Yeah. I mean, it feels weird that this is one of the first elimination matches.
You can get this level out of them. Here we go. Buckle up, folks. 20 seconds and the round goes live. NAVI with the last time check-in here in regulation. A broken purchase. The Vandals still on Angel.
It looks like
And
I'm
Koala
not
Noob.
sure what they're... Okay, they're setting up for... Bose is going into sewers. And then Alpha's ready to ISO ult off of him. And even Crashies has the ult behind him if he needs be.
A little bit of a red zone down here. You almost don't want to get any contact, but Boaster... Oh, big info. Hold on. Hunter's Fury from across the map. Crashies trying to find a body. Not going to get it. That burns it early. This is tense stuff. Does Koala Noob hear this? Yeah, he absolutely does. Okay, so he's got info that there's at least someone dedicated towards that A side. I don't know how much else he's hearing here, but this is 3 players on A.
It's interesting what they're going to do with Koala here, because he's not ready on the C side of the map for a hit. So maybe he's going to start a fake or something?
Waiting to see. Kayak this time. We've got a double operator as well. I didn't even notice it. Kayak had one as well.
Oh no, just grabbing the orb here from Angel, creating a win condition with the Sova ult.
45 seconds. This is going to be
Navi
so
haven't
late.
made their mind up yet.
No. Okay, so Kayak's going to swap out the operator back to the Vandal. And it looks like Navi going right back into the C hit. Here we go. Angel going to try and set that one underway. Does he get a tag towards CT? Does not. So Chronicle gets to fill the void, find a gap to try and play from here. Navi on the site, but Kayak in support. Takes away Koala Noob. We are looking like it's going 12 apiece. We're going to find out now. Boaster with a connection. Alpha looks to win this 1v1. And he absolutely does. Just down a Shao now. We're going the distance. Life on the line. Fnatic show signs of life, bringing it back from the dead.
Stunned.
You and me both.
I mean, it's not just Alpha, it's Kayak too. It's both
Kayak's
27 for 17. And after Kayak not looking so hot in that first game, he's had a hell of a series so far.
Alpha's getting fired up too. Fnatic timeout now as well. Oh, we're getting into the... It always goes a little crazy
Casting my mind back to what the problems was on their attack. The problems on the attack were some of those 4v5s, but then also finishing towards that B side too much.
Yeah,
I think that C
real
side of the map was really nice for them.
Okay.
I wouldn't hate them to work the map and then finish C if they think that it's the weaker side of the map.
But Navi, obviously, you felt good on this side. This was a decent side for you, right? This was pretty solid. Oh man, But OT, as much as you can kind of address what happens in regulation, it always feels like it goes out of the norm, right? It gets a little weird, especially when if you go deeper and deeper into it, it just turns into its own game of itself. Oh man, here we go. Here we bloody go. Of course these two would do this to us. They take us this far. After what felt like it was going to be a blowout of a game, it turns into an absolute heater. All right. What are we seeing here?
Looks like Navi are going to go for mid aggression once again, just leaving Angel towards A, getting information, having that trip as a contingency if they need it. But it looks like maybe some aggression here.
That's a bold play to start with, isn't it?
Yeah.
Away we go. So Koala Noob, the one to feel like he's up to the challenge. Take those brave few steps, but Angel has to be cautious here. Can't give his life up. Kind of a 1-3-1 on the defending side.
As I said, Fnatic like to lean towards that B site finish, and Navi have read it like a book.
Oh my god, and that's a spike scene. Xiao's the one to get the reward from it, but Rooksik was right there. They don't know about Koala Noob just yet either. Is he going to get his time in the sun? Gets caught. Alpha going to keep it at a 4-4. Now it looks like a pivot potentially through Garage, eyeing up that C side. What? Kayak going to catch Rooksik. And that's a beauty of a pick, giving you that man advantage here. Still with about a minute to play with. They can paint this picture however they want.
Just waiting for that Navi re-aggression that we commonly see in these situations. Just freezing. Won't see anything for a bit.
You could cut the tension with a knife. Xiao, too many as Fnatic go back towards the B.
Came in and Fnatic were ready.
Certainly were. Alpha's gonna be the one to get the plant here. Hero.
Spike planted.
This would be bloody legendary. Nice shot on Kayak. Gonna see that Alpha's left the site. They're all sitting in these deeper post plants here. Angel, the one to spot out at least where Alpha's adjusted to. Crashes in towards window, but Chronicle's position is tough. They just don't expect it. Too many bodies to work against, an Angel outnumbered and outgunned. Fnatic strike first.
And Navi were set up for that B finish once again, getting into the 5v4. I think that Koala made a mistake in that cubby over peeking. I think he could have tucked in. I don't think anyone was ever going to expect him there. I think unlucky from Rooksik getting that wall banged, but I think Koala made a huge mistake there.
Yep. Navi gonna be going for the timeout here as well. I mean, this is wild. This turn of events here. I can't believe it. Rashi's getting fired up now. They're all feeling it, right? It feels like it's fated.
I mean, that's the attack side round done as well. That was the side where Navi were looking good and Fnatic were looking rough.
Yeah.
So this is... Maybe we see some OT weirdness where it flips. Flips once again.
Absolutely could, because it's always that, oh, well, we're going to have to, counter the counter of the counter, and they're going to do this, so we have to do this, but oh, what if they expect that? It just keeps going out and these like crazier sort of ideas. But for now, Fnatic have the lead here, which feels ridiculous. After such a long run of Na'Vi being in the driving seat, feeling like this was the one for them. And it went from down in the doldrums Fnatic to pumped up, ready to go. Now, can they close here in the first round of OT, or do we go again? First to 14, simple enough, right? Like, super easy. Operator is out for Kayak. Everyone else, Vandals and Phantoms.
Kayak setting up towards the C side of the map this time.
Okay.
And he has the op in OT.
First challenge.
So a little pressure towards A from Na'Vi, but not going to commit to anything. Whilst they make this pressure, it feels like the middle of the map being explored.
So I'm looking at who's going to be there. It would be Chronicle kind of sitting in that C connector side with Kayak taking his spot towards that C long. So you can see him in that little bit of a deeper angle. There is util, so if that gets broken, he can react. There it is, but he just moved away. So they will get entrance towards the B side. 5v5 retake. Bloody hell, this is about to get hectic, isn't it?
It's messy. It's going to be messy. It's the on-site post here for Na'Vi.
Incredibly tough. Nice work from Alpha. Very calm in these scenarios, but it's time to go. It's time to play the game. Hero going to find Chronicle. NAVI so far doing what they need, keeping the most one in their side. Kayak and Crashy's the last two alive, and NAVI kind of showing, hey, you like B? We'll show you what we can do with it as well. Xiao's there to find Kayak, and NAVI finally striking back on this. Crashy's this good, but he ain't that good. NAVI back into this one. We go again.
Nice call from NAVI, taking A main at the start, going back, droning Garage, making it feel like a very typical Haven round, but whilst that's happening, into B site for free.
Okay, so the first round of OT, not enough to define these two. So we go again. 15 now the goal for either of these sides. We do see a switch up, but who's going for the operator too? Man on the screen there, opting for it this time. Koala Noob. He's going to have that in hand. How does Fnatic approach this? We saw that proclivity towards that B hit, but surely not again, or do they double dog dare to do it?
A late call from NAVI. Hero's only just setting up towards A. But yeah, this is going to be slow. No one wanting to do anything too committed on OT.
It's so hard to be so brave and kind of make those kind of riskier plays in these scenarios, but Chronicle gonna get himself pushed up towards that B side. Shout.
He'll be able to hear the rotations from here, so whatever Fnatic decide to do now, Chronicle can be that the mid-round presence for them.
You're right, it is a slow round.
Nobody's moving.
We're down to 48 seconds here. So C is looking like the door's shut as well. Keep that in mind. You've got a player already pushed down on long that they have no idea about. Koala Noob is there as well. Operator in hand, he can grab a TP out. But we know the Fnatic have liked this kind of B finish. Koala Noob goes unchecked on. This was kind of a dry walk up, but look where the spike is. This was a fake. This was a ruse. That C hit was never coming in. It's over towards A. Hero from heaven gets spammed down. Crashies gets what he needs. Alpha on the follow-up. Beautiful util coming in from Crashies as well here. And the last two players were way away. They were over towards C. This is going to need something almost like a miracle as Kayak's just found Ruxic, leaving Koala Noob in a 1v4 post-plant. Okay, that's not bad. 1v3.
Time to jump.
Good luck. Ooh, not what you wanted. He knows where one is. Doesn't matter. Boaster's there. Fnatic. The pace change was in, but it was calm and it was well delivered in the end.
I was critical of some of Boaster's mid-rounding in that initial half, but I think that was a beautiful round. We saw a very slow approach, but the final, the end result there was a little garage fake, but the Euro was able to TP back to A if necessary. It's unfortunate that they've walked into Koala Noob, but I thought that was quite nice. The little distraction on A, if you're an A site holder there, you can hear the comms like, oh, it feels like a C, someone's saying, oh, it might be garage to garage, and then suddenly there's people in your face.
Okay, so upper hand goes to Fnatic now. Oh, and Alpha's confidence knows no bounds. Set into play, obviously, by Boaster, by everyone else that was around. Crashy's being supportive with the util, but it gets him the man up, and that takes away Angel, which makes these side hits a little bit harder now. How does NAVI do this with just the 4? Jump spot towards the sun. Oh my god, Koala Noob goes right into the eyes and arms of Alpha. Light work for him, and it's getting step by step a little bit closer. Hold on, but Hero, Xiao, in unison, wrapping up Fnatic, who just seemed to fall to pieces. How the hell did that just happen? Kayak.
I know exactly.
We ask a lot of the young man. The man to fill one of the greats' shoes coming into this roster. Not an easy position to be in. Can he close this out for them? Can he get him out of this jail cell with NAVI? Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that's even better! Kaya comes up with it when Fnatic needed it. Diffuse is in, and they get to live to fight another day.
And it's Kayak and Alpha that are the ones to take it over the line. They went massive on this half, and that's what Fnatic needed.
They did, but what a game between these two. Fnatic pushed to their limits, and it felt like they were down and out, right? It felt at one point in that game, the comms were dead, they were quiet, they were out of it. And then there was that one comment the wheelies picked up from Crashy saying it's not over yet, and they're back. Step by step, they bring it back. What an incredible matchup between these two.
32 for 19 for both Alpha and Kayak. All the way through that game, it felt like they were just matching each other.
And the heartbreaking part of this on the flip side is that NAVI are out of here. This was an elimination game, pushed to their absolute limits. And we saw so many good things from NAVI. The fact that they came into this map pool and they had a plan. There's no two ways to say it. They were so well prepared in this. They made such a valiant attempt. A second round of OT it took to define these two. And it's such a shame to lose out on a team of this caliber so early. But that's the quality we have this year. And I've got to say on the flip side, for Fnatic, it feels like survival. It was so close, but at the end, there was just that magic there for them.
Yeah, they're going to need to step that. Whatever happened at the end of that game, that is the Fnatic we need to see if we want them to progress to Bangkok or further.
Yes, absolutely. Because this, as much as yes, Bangkok is that initial touch base that we're looking at, how do they fare? It's the rest of the year as well. We've got a lot of question marks with this roster. This time we started to see some of that grit, that determination, something that we love about Fnatic, seeing Alpha in a position like this, playing so well as well. An absolute treat to witness. And Kayak, the young gun. I mean, we talk about pressure on young players to fill the role in the position of someone like Durka. Not everyone can do that. Almost no one can do that.
To have a rough first game into this tournament and then come back in an elimination game with the way he played, that's a very good sign.
Big props to the guy, because that can't be easy. And well, luckily enough, we're out for the day because Yinzu is chilling down on the stage with the man of the hour, Alpha.
I mean, if you stayed for this game, you might as well stay for this post-match interview as well. I'm now joined by Alpha. First of all, on behalf of the Fnatic fans, I would like to thank you for our yearly 11-5, 11-4, 11-3 comeback. I'm glad we got it out of the way this early. At what point did you believe, at what point of the game did you believe that you were going to win?
I think it was the round we came to 6th round. It was 11-5 and we take the 6th round. I think that's the time I start believing the game.
Why?
Because I think they win eco and then we are like low money and then we win the round and I start believing.
Got in their heads, you got in their heads. Could you hear any of the noise? Could you hear Koala Noob, you know, kind of trash talking? Did you hear any of it?
I can't hear them anymore.
Wow, okay, fair enough, fair enough. I wanted to ask you what you make of Boaster's new strat, Kayak Go Kill.
I mean, Kayak was really good today. It's really like, because when he came to this team, he was always like, want to improve himself on the tournaments, in the officials, in the stage. And that's today, Kayak was perfect. Like, it's one of the reasons we win today. And congrats team, he's back.
Yeah, shut the haters up as well, right? Silence the haters. For you though, I know you really didn't want to play Killjoy anymore after last year, so that's not happening. But did you expect to come in and play Chamber, Tejo, and ISO?
I mean, it's in-game things, like it's outside, inside team things, so I can't say anything. But they give me, I'm playing, I'm enjoying the game I'm playing right now. I'm happy. You
like all three? I mean, I know you love ISO, but Tejo and Chamber?
When you think Tejo, Chamber, and ISO, it's like all DPS agents. You are doing damage. That's the only thing you're doing, so I think I'm fine.
Is that why you play Tejo? Because you have Crashies and Kron, so why is it you?
Because Tejo, I think, is like KO. I'm not gonna say they can't shoot, but when I'm playing Initiator agents, I'm like more available to shoot as well. Because my game style is so aggressive, that's why I can shoot with Initiator's agents as well. I think Tejo is like one of the agents you need to shoot.
I think we saw also your firepower on ISO as well. And last question for you here. I think the community really loved the way you say Crashy's name. I've seen a lot of memes on Twitter, you know, everyone kind of spamming Alston, Alston. Can we just get one from you? Are you able to give us one?
I mean, I don't know how did I do it, but I'm calling Austin.
Austin. Alston, we love it.
Isn't that correct?
No, it's correct. It's I think it's really endearing. Everybody likes the way you say it.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining me today, Alpha. Massive congratulations. And also thank you to all of you guys for staying to cheer on the team. Thank you for coming. We're going to be back with more action tomorrow, so make sure you guys have a good rest and join us then.
They're ready. to surprise them with a big swing that Alves shuts down.
For Elite, he found a gap, he's done some damage. The swing is isolated. Cloud goes alone, and now it's down to that 1 versus 1, and Elite takes it in the end. A Red Bull clutch to close it.
And Alves is whipping it all. Tomasi gets the reload off, and time ticking away. It's a disaster for KC. But the time is ticking, and they need to move fast. It's already too late, especially with 3 players left. GX have bought themselves a 3rd map, Elimination. Seconds left, Elite's gone, and with him, the hopes of this round have fallen. 13 to 10, 2 to 1. Never did it! 3, good!
Bruxic gets swung, he can't do anything. Fnatic just about trying to pick it up towards the end there. Na'Vi getting very close. What? Poster? How? How and where has this happened? Do you continue? For 13 seconds you have to. You got to stick the landing now, and there's problems everywhere. 8 seconds, he wanted to catch Crashies, and he does! And now time, 4 seconds to swim!
Better NA player, buddy!
Can he close this out for them? Can he get him out of this jail cell with Na'Vi? Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that's even better! Let's go!
One time for your mind, get rockin'. One time for your mind, we poppin'. One time for your mind.